I wanted to start um, by talking about the direction of Neumi and where we want to go and who we want to be as a company. Um, I truly believe that Neumi is about to become post July the envy of the direct sales industry. I think you're going to see our name skyrocket amongst all the other companies, and we're going to have people flooding to this company. We already have people flooding to this company, but it's going to be something that we are actually preparing for at Neumi. We know that I'm a Boy Scout. Our motto is be prepared. And we're prepared for the floodgates to be opened and for everyone to be clamoring to be part of this company because of what we're going to be releasing. So we're going to be releasing things that the world has never seen. This July, technology, our HydroShot technology applied to a whole new range of products at a new price point that's going to be just mind-blowing. I don't want to get into too much, but I just want you guys to know how big this is. And I was thinking the other day, I was thinking, when you think of package delivery, you think of Amazon. When you think of watching shows or binging shows conveniently, you think of Netflix. When you think of food delivery, you think of DoorDash. At least that's what I think of. And when the world thinks about nutrition delivery, they're going to think Numi. And I truly believe that we are creating a whole new space of effectively getting nutrients into your body. And it's just so cool to be a part of. So cool to be part of a legacy company. So after 5 years of data and analytics and learning everyone's behaviors and watching, teams grow and some teams come and some teams leave. We've had lots of growth as a company, but we've learned a few things. And we want to have a company that's going to be around for the next 100 years, and because we know how important our products are. And so what we did is over the past 5 years, we've seen the behaviors of growing businesses. We've seen the behaviors of groups that have grown and then halted due to maybe not the right type of building or focusing on the wrong thing. And we really analyzed, what teams had successful businesses and what were they doing, what were they focusing on, and what teams were what was being demanded of us. There's a lot of leaders over the past few years that have requested certain changes or enhancements to our compensation plan. And we understood the logic behind it, but we knew how careful we have to be with a pay plan, with building this. When people are building their businesses, we want to be you know, the steady force in what they're doing. And so we've been very careful not to change anything. But through the years, we have done promotions and we have studied those promotions, whether it's a rank advancement promotion or a recruiting promotion. And we have seen the power behind some of these promotions. And so we've had leaders request certain enhancements from us. We've walked through the walks through some promotions to see how what payout looks like. And then as we're approaching our 5 years, we said, okay, if we have one chance to do a few enhancements and make sure everyone's building the right way so that their business is around for the next 15 years and our company's around for the next 15 years, what enhancements would we make? And we actually worked with the number one comp plan scientist. That's actually a position. That's something you can do is study the science of compensation plans and behaviors. And we worked with the number one guy because, as you might know, Utah is like the mecca for network marketing companies. So we met a guy here through some recommendations that is a compensation plan scientist, and he helped us make a few adjustments and a few enhancements based on the feedback from our leaders and based off of what we were seeing as a company and how we can continue growing steadily and explode it all at the same time. So um, it's let's see. Um, as we worked through and talked with the leaders, and started to get an idea of these enhancements, we started working, and talking with the diamond leaders, and they were really excited about this. And there was one aspect, of the enhancements that the diamonds didn't like. And they said, we do not like this, and you can't, do this, you can't take this away, blah, blah, blah. And so they pushed a change. And believe it or not, we did make a tweak after we had set on some of these enhancements. After getting feedback, we made one final adjustment that everyone started to become very happy with. And so we were really excited. And I want to, take some time to walk through these enhancements with you. There's only three very simple enhancements that we're going to be walking through, and so let's dive into it. But before we get started, we saw that there was a slight weakness in our compensation plan. We loved what we were paying out. We were paying out on average 53% of our payout goes to the field, which is just crazy. Some months it's as high as 58, some months it's at 49, but the average is 53% because you have promotion months and then you have slow months. And when we were working with this compensation expert, we said, we love our comp plan. We don't want to change anything. We know that we want to add these enhancements. So help us figure out how we can add this to drive the right behaviors, but at the same time, maintain that 53% payout because that's what we want. We want to keep that 53%. That's what separates us from the industry. We want to keep that one-to-one, where, if we say you're earning 25%, you're actually earning 25 cents on the dollar. That's very important to us as well. So as we went working through with the scientist, his main goal was, to keep that 53% and add the enhancements that have been requested from us, from these leaders. So our comp plan had focused so much on retention. So there's the three R's in compensation, right? Or in building a business. There's recruiting, rank advancement, and retention. If your team isn't rank advancing, then your business might be in trouble. If your team isn't recruiting, then your business could be in trouble. And if your team isn't retaining, then your team might be in trouble, right? So what we noticed is that our comp plan was really heavy in retention, the third R. And we needed to shift some dollars over to rank advancements to incentivize people to rank up and really push for that, rank advancement. And we needed to incentivize people to recruit, right? The only thing that we had for recruiting was the weekly bonus, which is essentially that customer bonus where you get 25%, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So we needed to drive behavior for everyone to be motivated to recruit people and for everyone to be motivated to hit rank advancements. And so what we did is we shifted some of the volume over from retention and put it towards rank advancements and recruiting. And I'll show you what that looks like. So the first thing that I wanted to do, or the first enhancement I wanted to show you is actually has to do with customer volume. So let me pull up my little PDF that you guys are going to receive soon. And what we are going to be doing is we're going to be allowing customer volume to count towards your personal volume. So if you find a customer who's ordering $50 a month or $100 a month, then your personal volume requirement would be $50, or you could continue to grow your business for free. Now, what I will say is we know the power of our products, and if you are a leader in this company, of course you should be purchasing the products, or else you're a hypocrite, If you can afford to buy the products and use the skincare or the hair care or the neuro or NutraSwish, the benefits that it has for your health are, well, we know what they are, and you can't necessarily, preach the benefits of a product that you aren't taking. What this is actually meant for is this is meant for the struggling mother, the single mother, or someone who is struggling so hard that they can't afford 1 month of the product but they can still go out and find a customer and continue to build their business. We don't want to prevent them from building just because they can't afford to purchase the product. So we wanted to give that opportunity to everyone. You still will have to enroll with product because we want everyone to be able to try the product for the first time. But if in your second month or your third month you have a really tough month and bills come up, maybe you can go out and find a customer to purchase, and you can continue to build your business and continue to build that momentum without having to stop. So, but we do know that if you are taking this business seriously, it's you don't want to be preaching about a product that you're not taking because that would be hypocritical. This also is very FTC friendly and FTC compliant. So it's great for also for other countries. So for example, Italy. This is extremely powerful in Italy where people, Italy has some rules where you can't require people to purchase product to earn commissions and same with the FTC in America. They love this. It's a very compliant enhancement that we're doing. So that's exciting. And then one final aspect to this can incentivize you to go out and recruit influencers, people in the social media space that aren't necessarily professional networkers. They're not wanting to they don't expect themselves to have to purchase product. If they like a product, they say, I'm just going to put it out to my 2 million followers, and whoever buys it buys it. And I don't expect to buy all the products that I'm promoting because influencers will promote 10, 20, 30 different products at a time. And those companies won't require those influencers to purchase product. But now you can recruit an influencer and they don't have to purchase product to build their business. All they have to do is find one customer, and then all the benefits of the compensation plan will apply to them, and you'll get the volume of having an influencer under you. So, and that's what's so cool about that is some companies have attempted to have an influencer compensation plan or an affiliate compensation plan, and there's been dramatic fails. Those companies have not succeeded with those separate compensation plans. So rather than creating an influencer compensation plan separately, we just added one element that will make influencers a lot more open to trying out Neumi and to promoting Neumi because they can just promote it to their customers and get commissions for it, and you get the volume for it. So that's enhancement number one. Let's dive into enhancement number two. Oh, shoot, let me share my screen. ADHD and my father's son. So this is showing you what that looks like. So you can have a 100 PV order, um, or if, a customer purchased 50 PV and you had 50 PV, you'd be active. So it can be split however you want. And then but at the same time, uh, let's say you're qualified for 36 days and maybe a customer qualifies you. You also run the risk of not knowing if that customer is going to purchase or not. So it's not necessarily you know, the way to build a business. It's more of a backstop for someone who might not be qualified and wants to continue building. So with that being said, I will go to the next enhancement. The next thing that had been requested from us a lot is a rank advancement bonus. And one of the weaknesses that we've seen in the Neumi compensation plan, and I can't say weaknesses because when we launched this, nobody does it perfect the first time, right? You don't know what behaviors your compensation plan is going to drive until you see it over the course of a few years. And we've had multiple leaders say we need a rank advancement bonus. We need to give people a reason to hit 1 star. We need to give people a reason to hit 2 star or 3 star, right? Because up until now, when someone hits 1 star, it's like, oh, what do I get? Oh, well, you get an additional level of the unilevel. Okay, great, but it's not very exciting and it doesn't give people a reason to really push. And we know 1 stars are the lifeblood of a healthy business, right? The more 1 stars you have in your company, or in your business, the healthier your business is going to be. So we really wanted to drive 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and getting to diamond. So what do those bonuses look like? There are a 10% one-time bonus based off of the rank volume. So 1 stars will get $500, 2 stars will get 2 stars will get $1,000, 3 stars will get $2,000, and diamonds will get $5,000. And that is stackable. So that's $8,500 worth of bonuses as you go up the tree, or as you rank advance. And now however, you will get that bonus the first time you hit 1 star. So you only need to hit 1 star once and you get $500. For 2 star, 3 star, and diamond, to get that bonus, you need to hit it 2 times in a 6-month window. So if I hit diamond for the first time this month, I would have I guess we're in June, so I'd have July, August, September, October, November, December. I'd have until December to hit it again and get my diamond bonus and any other bonus that I qualified for in those rank events bonuses. Now, people might be asking, remember when I said you had to shift some of that volume from retention over to rank advancement? People are saying, okay, where is this coming from? The volume comes from the leadership pool. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to scroll up to the rank advancement. So this shows you the rank advancement portion of the compensation plan: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and diamond. The leadership pool is now at 3%, split between diamond and crown, as opposed to 6%. So 2% was taken from the 2 star and 3 star pools. And what we noticed is that those two pools paid out, on average, those pools paid out like an $80 check and about $120 check. So what that does is when you hit 2 star, instead of getting an $80 check every time you hit 2 star, you will get $1,000, right? Which is essentially 12 months or I guess 13 months of that check front loaded to help you get excited and continue to build your business, right? To push you through those ranks. And then the 3 star at $2,000 is about 16 months of that 3 star pool pushed up into one payment. So, and the reason it's so important is, if in our current compensation plan, if someone is rank advancing quickly, right? We have a leader come on board and they get to 2 star or 3 star or diamond. Their volume and their unit level, the way it is right now, hasn't caught up yet, right? That unit level takes time to build and takes time to build a stable check. The weekly, you're getting paid out on that 3%, right? And that's where all of your volume is coming in. So if I hit diamond or 3 star or 2 star in my first month or 2 months, or if I go through the ranks quickly, it can be uh, unmotivating because I'm like, oh wait, I just hit 3 star. My check should be big, but actually it's, I'm only getting X dollars per month because all my volume's coming from the weekly side, right? So this is kind of a bridge bonus to help people stair step through, and well, all of their volume is coming from new enrollments as they're growing and they're waiting for their unit level. These mid-tier bonuses help them get exciting checks through that period to help keep momentum. And you might be thinking, oh man, well, I'm a diamond. Do I qualify for that bonus? I just hit diamond. Am I going to miss those bonuses? And here's the exciting news. And this is what's going to get everybody running after we launch this in July. We are going to be resetting. You'll still be qualified as those ranks, but your paid rank will be reset to your high rank. So if I'm a diamond and I haven't hit diamond in 6 months or 3 months, come July, I will have the opportunity to get that $5,000 bonus. If I am a 3 star or a 2 star, same thing, or a 1 star, and I haven't hit it for a long time, or maybe I just hit it last month. Well, starting in July, everyone between those ranks of 1 star and diamond, doesn't matter how long ago you hit it, you will have the opportunity to hit those ranks again and to qualify for those bonuses. And if I'm a double diamond or triple diamond, I might be thinking, oh, well, I'm missing out on that bonus. But think about what it will do to have your whole team pushing for those bonuses again, to have your whole team pushing for a 1-star bonus, a 2-star bonus, a 3-star bonus, a diamond bonus. That's going to get everybody driving and recruiting and retaining and hitting their volume. So it's not just about those bonuses. If you're outside those ranks and if you're a double diamond, triple diamond, or crown, yes, the rank advances bonuses might not apply to you, but what it does to your team for having everyone constantly pushing to ranks, that signals a strong, healthy business, and it's going to drive your volume up and it's going to drive your paycheck up more than anything else could, right? So that's a very, very, very exciting bonus. Um, the final bonus that I want to talk about is shifting that same thing, putting some more focus on recruiting, right? And driving the number one behavior in network marketing, which is finding three people. So the power of three, the power of three as is when we first released it, we didn't have it tied um, to ranks, right? It was just find three, and those three find three, and then you can get $1,500 if you get to the third level. Unfortunately, it got gamed, and we had lots of people taking advantage and cheating, and so we had to alter that power of three bonus. So what we did is we tied ranks to those levels, making sure no one can cheat. Well, what happened is that essentially turned the power of three into Mission Impossible, is what I got from some leaders. And I'm going to give you guys a number, of our 200,000 plus distributors, we have around 17 to 25 people hitting that level three out of, hundreds of thousands of distributors. So it's become something that's very, very, very hard to hit, and it's a great um, goal, to get people to push to that 1,500. But what we've noticed is that when people focus solely on that $1,500 bonus, if they are hitting it, it's like they're standing in front of a tree and they can't see the forest, right? And they're only focused on that tree. And this is what the power of three is kind of the behavior that we're seeing is it creates panic at the end of the month. Oh my gosh, someone fell out of my power of three. I need to plug this hole so I don't miss out on my check. I need to make sure someone's plugged right there. And if it fails, it creates major frustration and disappointment. And what that's doing is it's not driving a great overall behavior of building a steady business. And something I wanted to bring up is uh, our three crowns, Michael, Karen, and Alex, they never hit the power of three. Maybe once or twice in their whole career in Neumi, they've hit that $1,500 bonus. Um, but that it's because that's not what it's meant for. It was meant to help people find three and maintain them and drive a behavior. But when we tied ranks and stuff, it became a handicap more than a driving behavior, and it made people people who were qualifying for the power of three. It was essentially like a house of cards. It wasn't a firm foundation, right? So that's the difference. Is the reason our three crowns and double crowns don't focus on the power of three is because they know that's not the steadiest businesses. They built their businesses with five, six, seven legs, and they were rewarding the workers in their company or in their downlines. If I had someone that I wanted to place, they place someone under someone who's working, someone who deserves it, someone who's on fire, right? That's where you need to place someone to continue driving this growth and this depth and this secure business. And because of that, that's why they're getting, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 checks, is because they built the right way, right? Rather than focusing on this perfect 3 by 3 structure that can tumble at any time when one person decides to leave. So that was as we were looking through it, and with this compensation plan scientist, he said this power of three, that first level and stuff, it's a great idea, but you're really inhibiting your leaders on that 1500, and it's just generating frustration. And so he said, what it needs to be is it needs to be something that everyone can do, everyone can see, and it drives a behavior that is exciting, a behavior that will build a steady business, right? And that behavior is tied to recruiting. Recruiting is one thing that we didn't incentivize or push in this business. We incentivized, placing to build these perfect structures. And so what we came up with is, I'll show you guys. Share. And thank you for being patient with me. So Um, this is I kind of want to zoom out for a second to show you guys how balanced our plan is. So I talked about the 3 R's, right? Recruit, retain, and rank. So now we have a very balanced compensation plan where we have 2 bonuses focused on recruiting, 2 bonuses that have to do with rank advancements, and our main bulk level of our payout is the infinity and the unilevel commission. That's where the retention checks come in, and they're very big. So what we're doing, looking at this power of three, is the power of three will be tied to enrollments and retention. So what it's going to do is you can get your $50 bonus every month by finding 3 people, recruiting 3 people personally, and keeping them active. And then if you want $100 a month, what we saw in our comp plan is the power of the 50 and the 250. We have so many people hitting it, and it's just such an awesome part of the comp plan. And we said, you know what? Let's give a bridge to that 250. So I can now have a path to earning $50 a month, $100 a month, and $250 a month without tied to any rank. It can be just on my personal efforts. There's a path without me depending on anyone else or anyone placing anyone. There's a path to earning $250 a month solely dependent on my efforts, right? And so what this is going to do, oops, let me go back. Sorry. So if I enroll 3 people and maintain them, I get $50 a month. If I enroll 6, I get 100. If I enroll 9, I get 250. This is driving the right behavior of a compensation plan. This is driving the right behavior for your teams. When I was talking to this data scientist, he said this is he called it your Moneyball metric. Moneyball is a movie about the worst team in the MLB. It's a true story. And they were the worst team in the MLB, Major League Baseball. And they focused on one metric, getting on base, and they changed their recruiting, and they changed their whole team philosophy. It doesn't matter how many home runs you get, it doesn't matter how many strikeouts your pitcher throws or anything like that. The only thing that matters is finding people who can get on first base, and if you do that, you're going to win baseball games. And he said this is your Moneyball metric. This is the metric that your leaders and everyone needs to focus on, because now instead of a kind of deceptive metric, this tells you that everyone in your team, is recruiting 3 people, they're finding their 3 and they're maintaining them, right? And if someone drops off, they find someone else, right? Because they want to hit it. Or if I have 5, it's going to push me to get one more to get that $100 incoming every month. And instead of everyone panicking and trying to place someone, it's just go out and find one more person. That's a much healthier behavior as a company and as a downline. So what you're going to focus on as leaders is making sure everyone hits that, at least that first level of power of 3. So you're going to have a metric in your back office that says, 20% of your downline is hitting their power of 3, 30%, 40%. And as that number increases, that will be directly tied to rank advancements It'll be directly tied to you earning a seven-figure check, and it will be directly tied to the the stability and health of your business. If you want to know how your business is doing, you will look at what percentage of people are hitting that level three. This is what the power of three is all about. This is what, driving the right behavior, that focuses on the right things, finding people and retaining people. So, um, the final thing I wanted to show you guys is with these changes. Oh, and going off of that, we will have a transition period when we launch this in July, where we will be paying out both power of threes for a time to give people time to earn this new power of three. So if I'm earning a $250 check, I have 3 months, or 2 months to find some recruitments and get people ordering so that that doesn't change, right? And same thing with the 50. And if you already have, let's say I'm earning the $50 right now and I already have three-person enrolled, well, I'm going to get both of those bonuses during our transition period. So that's going to be very exciting with the rank reset and with everything that we're launching in July. Everybody's check's going to go up because you know what? So one of the diamonds asked me, they said, well, how do I know if our check's going to go up or go down or stay the same? I said, your check's going to go up because volume's going to go up, right? If your volume is steadily at 5,000, or if it's shrinking and shrinking, who cares if you get 1% more, 1% less of that? What you want is you want your volume and your business to go up. You want your business to be healthy and you want your business to be growing. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're focusing on while maintaining that 53% payout and driving the right behaviors, if that makes sense. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. We're going to be giving you tools when we launch in July. You're going to have access to soon. You're going to have access to the new website. We've seen lots of activity happening with that new website. You're going to have coupon codes to enroll customers with discounts, like, hey, 20% off your first order if you buy through me. Or if you want to enroll members, hey, here's a free bottle if you use my link and you get over $100 or over $150, you get a free bottle with my link, right? So you're going to have more tools to drive your business, and your downline is going to have more tools, and it's going to be simplified, and the duplication is going to be incredible. And then what I want to share with you, and I'm sorry I'm taking so long. Maybe this isn't long to you guys. I like to go through things really quickly. So this is probably my longest presentation of my life. So congratulations on enduring that with me. Um, we're releasing a blueprint for your distributors to build their business. So rather than having a PDF that you can share with people, right? And action isn't taken when you send a PDF. What are they going to do? They're going to print it and fill it out or see how it works. You're going to have a link, that you can send people to that's going to, I think it's going to be neumibusiness.com, where they can learn about the business. They can learn about how to recruit people. They can learn the path to 1 star. So if I click this button, 1 star, it'll show me my 60-day 1 star plan and how to get there, right? Or if I want to go to Diamond, here's a 6-month plan on everything I need to do over 6 months to hit Diamond. Now, your leaders might have a different way to grow their business, and that's totally fine. This isn't meant to replace what you guys are doing. This is just meant to supplement and help the individual that might not be getting the support to help them start driving the right behaviors. So right here, you can qualify your people. Michael Firth always talks about the follow-up, right? When you've exhausted your names and your list of recruitments and you think, I can't recruit any more people. Well, that's okay. You don't have to recruit any more people. Now's the time to go find the people that you have recruited and help them recruit their people and identify what kind of builder are they. Are they someone who just wants their product for free? In that case, you kind of help them find 1 or 2 or 3 people. You give them the habits. If they want a side income business where they want $500, $1,000 a month, you help them create a list of 20 to 30 names, help them reach out to new members, make sure that people are hitting their power of three. Or if they want to go all in and hit diamond, then this is the path that they can take, and they can follow the diamond path. This talks about the power of that power of three, about what percentage of people are hitting the power of three in your business. This talks about the difference of Neumi, what makes us difference, our one-to-one dollar for dollar volume, our 53% average monthly payout, plus the incentives and promotions that we do. So the 53% doesn't include the incentive trips, the diamond trips, the achieve trips that we have, right? And then scrolling down, here's a tool for the newcomer to create their prospect list. So this is a Excel sheet that I can just download, and I can write down the names of all my friends, family, coworkers. I can rank them by what's it called? An A prospect, a B prospect, or a C prospect. A's are the influencers, very driven, the professional marketers, call these people first. B people are health or income motivated, and C people are everyone else. So now you know who to reach out to. And then it gives you a realistic thing that you can do. Reach out to 5 contacts per day for your first 10, 15 days. And then what to do when someone joins. This gives them instructions. When someone joins your team, help them create their list, help them send their first message, book their first three-way call, and schedule a check-in for them, right? So that you can help identify what kind of builder they are. Um, and then this is, your PO3 rate, different activities you can do. This says, if they're worried about burning out, try the sprint model where they reach out for a few days, and then for another few days they just follow up. They don't have to reach out to people. And then it talks about the compensation plan. This shows kind of a very simple table of what it is. Here's a little calculator that people can do to see, if as my business continues to grow, what my payout will be. And then right here at the bottom, they'll be able to download their compensation plan. Oh, there's something else exciting I wanted to show you. You know how important it is to us, if you've been through any of Steve's trainings, to identify personality types, right? Are they beaver? Are they lion? Are they otter? Are they golden retriever? Because you'll work with each personality type differently. So from here on the business website, you can take the personality test, and you will get your score, and you'll be able to let your team know, am I a lion? Am I a beaver? Am I a golden retriever? And then you'll know how to work with your team. So this is an exciting portion of this business website too. So on top of the enhancements, we're providing you and your teams with a way to duplicate and build your business and grow your business the way it's meant to. Neumi is a product-oriented company, right? We have the world's most important breakthrough products in the world. I do think that we have missed the mark a little bit in providing you guys what you need to grow your businesses. You guys have done an excellent job, nonetheless. But we can improve what we give to you guys as a field to duplicate and grow your businesses, and that's what we're going to be doing. And that paired with what we're releasing in July, and all the tools you guys are going to have, and the new products coming out, everything that's happening, your business is going to explode, and I can't wait for it. Like I said, there's the rank reset where people in those ranks will be able to achieve that bonus. There's the transition period where you'll be earning both power of threes for months, so that people can get the right behaviors down, and your businesses will explode. And I'm so excited, and I'm so grateful to your diamonds, and I'm grateful to Sergio. Sergio has probably done over 100 calls with different diamonds, maybe 120 different calls, and each one of them is over an hour. Working with your leaders. I want to thank your leaders for their input into these enhancements, the importance of